The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the Morning Crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Check in, 312-591-8300. Give it that Proof Life check-in. And again today, just a reminder, put it in your phone right now at 8 o'clock. The Song Scramble coming up for free. Green Day tickets, Green Day Pumpkins, Rancid, the Linda Lindas at Wrigley Field. You will be there before you can buy them. The tickets go on sale Friday. We got them.
Hey.
So that's at 8 a.m. plus 7:10. Clash with Kenzie. Passes for The Marvels, which people are going nuts for this movie that's coming out this weekend as well. You'll be there for that. So stick around. I'm so excited. I wanted to wait till sports to tell you this, Kenzie, but I'm like giddy
What?
because I did something last night and I feel.
You stop right there.
I can't go on?
I
That's
don't
it?
hear anything else.
I'll bring Kason on this case, the producer, because I had to tell him first because I saw him right when I walked in. And, you know, today is the day that after the show, Megan and I went to the hospital 1 year ago to get Harper to deliver a baby. I mean,
Is today her birthday?
no, tomorrow's her birthday because she wasn't born until yesterday. Till tomorrow. Yesterday. She wasn't born. All of a sudden I'm in Memento.
Sounds like a song.
Yeah, she was born tomorrow at Q101 time, 10:01. 10:11. No, 10:11. So 101.1. That's when she was born.
Oh.
Pretty cool. Anyway, it's been a long year as I think about it, and every piece, every dollar, every dime goes to figuring out how to help Harper with, daycare, with clothes, with diapers, with food, with everything.
Is this a fundraiser? Where like every dime's going to go towards helping Harper? What is this about to go to?
If you go to God Bless the Gravy, that money ain't going to Chicago Food Depository. It's going to Harper's Fund. But in a week and a half now, I pulled the trigger on buying tickets for Monday Night Football in Kansas City, the redo of the Super Bowl, the Chiefs and the Eagles. For us, it's something, we're taking Harper, and she's going to get a babysitter out there. A friend of ours is going to babysit.
She's going to get one. She's booking something.
She's going to book him one? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just really excited that I spent probably too much money on something for us to have fun with because I haven't done that in a long, long time. You know what I mean?
You haven't had fun.
No, we've had fun.
Today marks
Fun.
a year ago that Brian stopped having fun.
Exactly. No, I mean, we have a lot of fun. She's a blessing and changed my life. I'm a different person today. I love her. But I just don't feel like. But. I shouldn't say but there. That wasn't good.
No, you shouldn't.
I'll say and today or last night, I shouldn't have done it, but then we're sitting there and I said, let's just do it. Why are we working? Why do we work so hard? Why do we grind?
I love this conversation.
On my TikTok, I say that great phrase, have a good time all the time.
Amen.
And I said, screw it. Let's look for today. We'll figure out that money later. And I spent like $1,300 on football tickets.
What did you actually spend? You just did that thing where you lowball. What did you actually spend?
I asked him earlier this morning and he wouldn't tell me.
I can't say it.
No, say it.
I can't say it out loud.
Yes, you can. You talk. You do radio. I'm going to need you to say it out loud.
I know, but to say it out loud makes me feel this slimy.
Come on, what did you spend?
What are you didn't use any hookups. You didn't get any discounts. You paid for this with your own hard-earned money.
I did. I tried every hookup on earth to get tickets for just even a discount. I could not, nothing. This is the redo of the Super Bowl. It's Monday Night Football, the biggest game NFL of the year, and I'm going.
What did you spend? Say it, be honest.
And be honest.
Don't do, for real.
I'm going to pull the email
Yes,
up?
pull the email up. I
I
want to see
want
numbers.
the actual number you spent on tickets. Because the thing, I do that with my husband all the time. I spent like, and it's like a $150 discount on what you actually spent.
It's girl math, you know?
Yeah.
Do you want to know what I spent?
What?
I can't.
Say it.
Say it.
$1,489.
Ah, I knew it.
I'm a liar.
I spent like $1,200.
I'm a liar. I couldn't say it. I told Case $1,000.
$1,480.
right.
Oh my God.
told
It's
him
just getting worse.
2 hours ago, I told him $1,000.
At the end of the day, people are going to think you got these tickets for $200 on an unbelievable Black Friday deal.
God. So the tickets were $559, and the fees per ticket on StubHub were $185 per ticket.
Fees, yeah.
What the hell?
It's like you might as well just bend over when you.
I know. You know what? I feel better that I said it out loud. Thank you for pushing me.
14 what?
$1,489.
$1,489.
God.
I hope that when you post a picture there, everyone comments is like, hope you're enjoying your $480. I want everyone to just leave the price of the comments the whole.
I'm telling you, I've never spent in my life that much money on tickets for anything.
I would hope not.
But I mean, there's people look, you go to a concert and look how hard it was for you to get decent price tickets for Noah Khan at Alpine Valley. What'd you spend?
A lot of money.
About
$420.
Yeah, but I mean, nothing's cheap anymore, and we're conserving, and we're so frugal, and I'm cheap. Okay, I will not do something if it costs too much, and this is something we're gonna.
Thank God you got your money back on that parrot. You know.
Oh, exactly. Thank you.
Thank God.
Exactly.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and coming up, we'll have the facts. In fact, this is going to be like 6 facts in a way. It's a big bonus.
6 facts.
Well, here it is. It is.
Oh, we're just gonna do it?
No, here's what it's going to be.
I'm very confused.
It's 6 signs that you're a borderline or low-key alcoholic.
Oh.
Now,
is it your autobiography?
Listen, I pulled back on my drinking a long time ago because
about a year ago to the day.
Yeah, exactly. Right when Harper was born, you become a dad, you got responsibilities, and listen, a lot of good men. We lost a lot of good men out there. So you got to be careful with your life and what you do. But some of these things, I think I might be in the category. I don't know. So we'll talk about all 6 next. If you think, you think you're fine, you'll know that when we give you these things here. But if maybe you're right in there a little bit, you're like,
Yeah. This will be interesting for you. Is this going to lead you to the first phase for AA?
We'll see.
I think the first step is acceptance.
Oh, I ain't doing that.
So if we can get that in these 6 packs, it'll be a big day for you.
A big day. Well, we'll have those for you at 6:30. Find out if you're a low-key alcoholic coming up here.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Well, time for a fact that makes your brain just go. And this might lead you to being a low-key alcoholic. Now, we've already got people on the text line going like, well, you're making fun of alcoholism. No, we're not making fun of alcoholism. This is something that actually can give you a warning sign, and I'm excited to read it.
6 signs that you may be borderline and you're not dealing with it. Now, am I making fun of Brian?
I'm not an alcoholic. I am not. I am not an alcoholic.
We'll find out if you.
I will say this. Years ago in my young running and gunning days, the sludge days, I was drinking sometimes 6 nights a week. But it was all social drinking. I didn't come home and maybe a couple times I came home and drank alone. I don't know. That was always the thing to me. If I go home and drink alone, that's a problem. Did you ever think about it that way, Kenzie? Like if you're going to go home and I'm going to have a couple drinks by myself, for me.
I don't know. I think. But some people, it depends what your thing is. I think it depends what you're drinking and how you're drinking it. Because I've been like, I'm going to go home and have a glass of wine while I cook dinner.
Right.
So I would never look at that.
No, I wouldn't either. That's totally fine. I don't know. Here's the thing that say 6 signs that you could be a low-key alcoholic. And one of them, and this is probably the biggest one, is drinking alcohol every day without realizing it. Like maybe you get a glass of wine every night while you're cooking. I don't know if that's too much. If you feel like you need it, I guess, to get through that, when you get home, I need to have this glass of wine or this glass of whiskey, or I have to. My dad used to come home and drink 1 Miller High Life every day after work. He'd just come home.
Now, do you think that that's a problem?
It was never a problem for him. He was not an alcoholic, I wouldn't say, but he drank 1 beer a day. That's all he did. He never drank.
I don't think that's
he
bad.
never got wasted.
I don't know.
Drank 7 beers, but 1 Miller High Life he drank a day after work.
I had that was a big thing in our household, so I look at that and go, that's not bad. I don't know.
What, drinking every day?
Yeah, like my grandpa definitely suffered from alcoholism forever, and then my dad always said like, hey, don't try anything once, because this family has addictive personalities. So
that's good to know.
My dad struggled his whole life with just different things between like cigarettes and alcohol, and he said that, how most people like choke when they had their first cigarette.
Yeah.
He took one puff and was like, well, this is
amazing.
the best thing that's ever happened to me.
I wanted to be a smoker in high school. I remember, and I tried smoking, and I started coughing, and people made fun of me. And thank God, because if it was good, right? I would have been, a smoker. Thank God. My grandma smoked for like 60 years, so the 95. It's like so weird. You know, like
I know.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. It's but 95 years old just didn't affect her. But everybody listening has been affected by this because everybody knows somebody, a friend, I have family members, addiction problems. Everybody has it. So that's why we're talking about it. Binge drinking often is the next one. So these are the 6 signs you might be. Now, again, that was me many, many years ago. It's like I went out to get drunk. I didn't go out to enjoy a beer, like you said about a glass of wine with cooking. I went out, hey, I'm not going to have one.
You wanted to get annihilated when you went out?
I was always like, why have one? I'm going to have 10. Why would I have one beer? It just makes me tired. I'm going to drink 10 beers and have a good time. And I still like that feeling, in full honesty, of being buzzed. It's a fun, for me, I know it's not healthy. I know it's not right. But if I want to have a little fun and drink like too much at the Twisted After Party, I've done that here. Yeah. I don't do it daily or weekly or even monthly. But and especially now with the baby.
I'm hearing a lot of excuses.
No, I'm just saying.
What are the 6 facts?
Okay, well, so binge drinking often. And I guess that would be, more than once a week. You know what I mean? If you're doing that, you're just going to get buzzed. Get that buzz on, get that drink on, okay? Mm-hmm. That's another sign. Only socializing if alcohol's involved.
Oh, so not wanting to go to stuff if you can't drink.
Correct.
Oh, are you like that? Do you feel that?
No. I'll go to somebody's house. I have a lot of friends that are sober now. Like I said, the older you get, you'll find friends that that just say, I've
Cut
stopped.
it out of their life.
And they weren't necessarily, maybe they didn't have a huge problem. They said, I'm not going to drink anymore. Saturday, I hung out with people at a bar. 3 of them got water and Diet Cokes while I got a beer. And I was, yeah, I get it. I wish I actually, part of me says maybe I should go that some route, just not drink anymore. But I still like a beer and a shot now and then.
I've never heard you say that. Maybe I should just not drink anymore.
I've thought about it. I haven't said it out loud very much. I've said, I just maybe I should just not drink. I want to live as long as possible now that I have a child. Mm-hmm. I think that way now. I didn't think that way before. So yeah, if you only socializing. Also, another statistic on this, drinking frequently during the day. Well, obviously, right? If you're drinking during the day all day, I think that's probably a sign that maybe you should make a few changes.
Okay.
Try an iced tea. Try that. Not a John Daly with vodka in an iced tea. The Arnold Palmer is lemonade iced tea.
A Long Island.
No, that's different. That's like, what's a Long Island? Is that like 5 shots of alcohol, everything?
They're supposed to be really strong,
Oh,
right?
they're super strong. It's not tea. It's just drinking like a little bit of tea with...
Someone said I get hammered every day by these grocery prices. Amen.
Hey, preach.
Amen.
There's certainly a lot of reasons to drink more. With when you get all stressed out, the way everybody seems like they're on edge right now. Everybody seems like they're kind of like just right there, one more thing away. Like your microphone hitting you in the face.
Ow, that hurt.
She just hit herself with the microphone.
Ow.
So these are signs you may have a drinking problem.
Borderline.
Finding it irritating when others are not drinking when you're around. You know what I mean? The other person, come on, man, have a drink. Come on, have a drink, man.
I do hate when I'm finally in the mood. I'm not like an excessive drinker ever because I think that I'm allergic to some alcohol.
Yeah.
Because I have been severely ill after having like one drink. Like if I have one cocktail with vodka in it, I will be sick for an entire day.
Yeah.
And so I think certain alcohol I'm allergic to or something. And one of my grandpas is allergic to beer. So I'm like, oh, maybe we have to make a little alcohol thing. Never stabbed him,
no.
but he was allergic to it.
I'll take these hives for this beer.
He fought through the whole situation.
I know I'm having a seizure, but I love this beer.
But I do get angry when it's like, oh, my husband and I are out at my birthday dinner. And I'm like, okay, let's get a cocktail. He doesn't want to get one. And I'm like, well, I just look like a loser now.
Yeah, there's peer pressure is a big deal when you're young and even old. There's some kind of Christmas party coming up here, a holiday party. Come on, man, drink. No, I'm not drinking tonight. I'm driving or I got to get home. I got to do stuff later. And that's a big deal when you're irritated when other people are not drinking around you. So years ago, I couldn't drink for like 6 or 7 months because my liver function got high. You ever had a problem like that?
A high functioning liver sounds great.
It does.
It sounds like it's like doing what it's supposed to. What do you?
It's not. It's
we
not.
need this to function less.
There's like the lipoids or something in there. They're acting too. It's not good. I just know that they said your liver function is high when I got a medical test. Maybe there's a medical person who can explain that better than I can. They said don't drink for 6 months. So I didn't. But I went to bars and did events. I was working at Q101 back then. So I would just get a glass of cranberry juice. Mm-hmm. And then I'd just say it's a vodka.
Like a lime on the
yeah,
side.
and I'd say, I got a vodka and cran. I'm good. But there was no vodka in it just because people stop annoying me, telling me to drink with them.
Yeah.
You know? I'm good. I got a drink. You can drink. It's cool. I just can't drink right now because my liver's functioning too well.
My liver is it's gonna explode. It's functioning at such a high level.
So damn good. And finally, they say the sixth sign that you might have a problem drinking is drinking more than the recommended guidelines. Now, are you ready for the recommended guidelines from the government?
Yes.
Do we trust the government first? Do we say that?
Well, I mean, no, but it's a different topic.
Case, do you trust the government? Case, the producer on our alcohol consumption?
Not a big fan.
No. Well, here's what they say. A man should drink no more than 2 drinks a day.
I think that's fair. You're talking daily.
Yeah, daily. And a woman should not drink more than 1 drink a day. Again,
Men get everything.
I know, that's so sexist.
I'm so tired of
Kinsey,
it.
on behalf of men, I apologize. That's messed
They're
up.
like, well, they've worked harder. They deserve an extra one.
Well, they make more money. They have more drinks to buy.
Of course.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Look, we put this information out because we care about you. Those are some of the facts. And if you have those, you might just look in the mirror and go, maybe I should pull back on my drinking a little bit.
Going into the holidays.
Yeah, because it's
You know.
easy. And again, I say that because I just like getting a buzz, but I don't do it very often anymore. Just once in a while, I want to do it.
Okay, and if you felt like you identified with any of these and this is making you, reflect and think about things or think about somebody in your life, we got that helpline 1-800-662-4357.
Yeah, like we have people like Chef Sean check in, who's a great crew member, musician, and he said, I've been sober 7 years, and it was the best decision I ever made. I can only imagine when you are in a band or you're performing anything out there at a bar weekly, and everybody wants to do shots with you. And of course, who wouldn't want a free shot? But at some point, like Chris Farley, when he went out in Chicago, everybody wanted to say, I bought Chris Farley a shot and a drink, and he's not here anymore because of that stuff. He really
Yeah,
isn't. He's not
sure.
here. And it's a shame. So, yeah. Thanks, Chef Sean, for sharing that. A lot of our listeners checking in like that. And, do you, listen to that information, and do with what you will with it. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And coming up at 8 again, remember, 8 o'clock, Green Day tickets for Wrigley Field with the Pumpkins, with Rancid. I can't wait for that show. Next year, Wrigley Field, we'll have the free ones. It's a song scramble. We got to figure it out at 8. And then a reminder at 7:10, we still have those Marvel passes for Clash with Kenzie, competing against her in a trivia contest. More competitions won by Chicago. O'Hare International Airport has the best restaurant of all the airports in the country. Congratulations, O'Hare.
Yay!
Now, I don't know if you've been to this place, because I have. It's the, what did I lose the name of the place all of a sudden? It's Frontera Grill.
It's a big part of the story, Brian.
I know. Well, I call it Frontera Grill because that's the restaurant downtown, but it's the Tortas Frontera.
Tortas Frontera.
Tortas Frontera. Have you ever had it?
No.
There's 3 locations inside O'Hare Airport, and it got voted by all the reviews as the best restaurant in an airport in the country is at O'Hare.
Wow.
It's really good. It's really good. It's also just weird because when you go to the restaurant and you go to the O'Hare version of it, it just feels, O'Hare, do you enjoy eating at O'Hare when you're in
No.
there? That's what I mean. Like, I can't enjoy the food, even if it's really good food. I don't know why.
You know what the thing is that I feel like I don't eat at my own airport often because
You're rushing to get there?
yeah, like I always eat before I get there. Like we planned it out. Like I have a night flight like 2 weeks from now. It's like, well, I'm gonna have dinner on the way to the airport. So I eat at my own airport this often. It's when you have like a layover or like say you're getting to the airport in a different city and you want to get there early, so then you're grabbing food. I feel like in my own city, I don't eat at the airport as much. Does that make sense?
It does, because I used to be, my OCD, I used to get to O'Hare way early because I'd always just be panicked about being late. So I get there like 2 hours early, and then I would eat. Because I can eat there.
Dude, sometimes I show up 45 minutes for my flight. I'm so guilty. Because I'm not I check in online.
Yep.
I 90% of the time don't have to check a bag. So I get right in the security line. And normally my husband and I have we have the United credit card. So we get to do this the priority security line. Not pre-check or global entry, but at least priorities. Like one step. I seriously am like, ooh, we board in 15. We should probably get in this line.
Yeah, by the way,
I'm guilty.
I get so crushed when I have to wait to group 5 and there's 17 things before me. Like they do the preferred people,
I see. I don't get that. I'm normal boarding.
Okay, thank you, because I want you to be like me.
Oh,
You know?
There's a really good Bill Burr skit on that when he's like, okay. He's like, he said he finally moved up in life where he would get like a little bit earlier boarding. And he goes, but it's like veterans, anybody with a 2-year-old. He goes, Tom Tuesdays. Anybody named Tom gets to get on the plane. He's like, there's so many people.
Yeah, I'm sitting there going, hey, when can Group 5 get on? Come on, let me sit down, please.
I'm Group 5, bro. You're at the back of the plane. What are you talking about?
I haven't been Group 1 or 2 I can't remember when. I don't know what
I'm
happened.
usually 2 or 3.
God.
I'm using the 2 or 3 zone.
How do you get 2 or 3? Is it buying the ticket early?
I don't know. Early check-in, maybe?
I don't know. Because I'm always Group 5.
Group 5. You have a daughter who's under 2.
Well,
you should be first.
Well, I've flown twice with her now, and you're right. I love using that. And I walk past everybody. I'm like, ha ha, suckers. I had a kid. I had sex. I got this baby.
Creepy. You're like, win-win. Very creepy. You're like yelling in an underage person's face. I had sex.
I had sex on a baby. Get me on this plane. I ain't waiting for Group 5.
Oh, there you go.
Case, what do you rank on planes?
The last time I flew was this summer, and I was the second to last person on the plane.
But you weren't late. That was just your
No.
order?
I get to the airport like 3 hours early. I want to be able to see my gate. I want to be able to physically see where I need to get on.
Yeah.
And then I go and get food. And then I come back and I realize, wow, I was way too early. I do this every single time. I never learn.
Yeah.
And then I'm like the last guy on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I ask you guys something? Because you're both men, kind of.
What's up?
And,
Kind of. Facts.
All right, this is my department.
So obviously, I always want to sit next to my husband if we fly. Like you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You don't want to sit next to 2 strangers. It'd be
Sure.
nicer to sit next to the person you travel with. So we always get a window and a middle seat. And my mom and my dad do this too. And my mom always gets the window seat in that scenario. And I always get the middle seat in this scenario. Like it's never once has it been like, maybe, it's your birthday trip or like, I want you to have the window. That's never happened. And I'm like, I get it because he's like 6'4", and I think his legs, like he just likes to sprawl out. And I fit very comfortably in a middle seat. I'm very travel size. So I try to be nice.
travel size.
I'm very travel size. I'm travel size friendly. I'm a carry-on, if you will.
Like a toothpaste tube.
Yeah. He's like a full-size luggage trying to fit on a plane. I'm a carry-on.
It sucks.
So I get it. But is that normal? Like if you were traveling with Megan and Mackenzie, would you be like, do you want the window seat? Or would you be like, obviously you're middle seating it?
I like aisle. I'm an aisle guy. Give me that aisle all day.
Just change the scenario.
Okay. I also hate
I didn't ask what
Kenzie,
seat
here's
you
your
were.
question. Here's what Brian wants to do.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
what I want to eat?
Okay. But if I can't get that, I don't want the window because, like your husband, I'm tall and it's crooked. The plane curves around and I hit my head on that. You know what I mean?
So you would, okay.
I'll take the middle seat over the window.
No. That's not the question.
Oh.
Okay, so if there was an aisle and middle available, would you offer the aisle to Megan, or would she obviously be getting the middle seat?
Well, she knows to tell you take the aisle because you're tall. She does that. I'd offer it. I'd say, okay, do you want it?
You would offer?
I'm a gentleman, yes.
Would you be pissed if she?
I'd be pissed off, but I'd offer it.
Case, what would you do?
I would like to quote my good friend Brian Haddad and say, happy wife, happy life. Wherever she wants to sit, I'm going to be in the other seat.
So would you offer the nicer seat?
Of course, because I'm not tall enough. I'm 6'2", but 6'4" is where you have to worry about, like, the curvature of the plane or
Thank
being
you.
cramped. 6'2", it's like you're tall, but you're not tall enough.
Wow. But you're a thick boy.
Do you guys think that my
Whoa.
husband doesn't love?
Hold on.
Oh wow.
Hold on.
This is your own words, by the way. You told me this.
I said I'm a fat piece of garbage, not a thick boy. There's a difference.
Well, should he have called you a fat piece of garbage? Case, you're a fat piece of
Okay.
garbage.
Thank you, Kenzie. What was your question?
Let me retract thick boy.
What does that mean?
You said you weigh more than you ever have in your life right now.
Yeah.
That's a thick boy.
So what? I got to wear 2 seatbelts on the plane or
You're-
something? I got like 2
PHAT
seats?
fat, Case. Don't even worry about it.
All right, Kay, so you're a fat piece of garbage.
Go ahead, Brian. What's up?
What's your choice on that? Window or aisle?
No, do you think my husband doesn't love me because he doesn't offer that?
Hold on, we'll get back to that. I'm fatter than I've ever been before, and I'd prefer the window seat.
Okay.
I like looking at the sky.
Also, I think your husband loves you, but a little less.
Then you guys love your
A little bit less. God, yeah. Oh, we learned a lot today. There we go.
Yeah, we learned that I'm thick. Or what do you call me, a thick boy?
Thick boy.
thick boy.
God. It just Just spit on my face next time, Brian.
All right, get over here.
He prefers fat piece of garbage.
This is not headline news. The workspace solutions company WeWork declared bankruptcy. It'll now be called We Broke. Nike is suing New Balance and Skechers for allegedly stealing their shoemaking technology. That explains the new Nike slogan, "Just sue it." Arnold Schwarzenegger says he never thinks in the morning. So now we know the time of day he chooses movie projects. Vermont is the safest state in the U.S. That's right, of the 10 people who live in Vermont, none have been murdered. And Heinz unveiled pickled flavored ketchup. Yes, Heinz pickle ketchup. Ask for it by name, or just make a gagging sound. Same thing. This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.